Good morning, dear students. Welcome to all of you. So, in our previous lectures, we have seen dairy cooperatives as well as a case study of Anand pattern. In that, we studied uh, basic principles behind cooperative strategies as well as their benefits of cooperatives. Then we studied uh, Anand pattern. In that we covered that how Anand pattern came into existence and how it gets spread throughout the country, and it leads to the successful establishment of Amul like company, and this pattern got tremendous success, and today the position of our country, that is the largest producer of milk as well as milk product, is just because of projects like Anand pattern. Okay, so in similar way we are going to study Operation Flood. So it was again landmark project of our National Dairy Development Board, and this Operation Flood project was last for almost 30 years, and it was the base point for white revolution in India. Okay, so now we will study Operation Flood. So Operation Flood, this project was launched on January 13, 1970. So it was the world's largest dairy development program and landmark project of India's National Dairy Development Board. So this project transformed India from milk deficient nation into world's largest producer, surpassing the other countries. Okay, so this project was initiated in January 13, 1970, and that was the landmark project of National Dairy Development Board. And this due to this Operation Flood program, our country, that is India, it was transformed from milk deficient nation into world's largest milk producer, surpassing the other countries. So this project almost lasts for 30 years. So within that 30 years, it doubled the milk available per person in India and made dairy farming India's largest self-sustainable rural employment generator. Okay. It was launched to help farmers. Okay, so this program was basically launched to help farmers direct their own development and giving them control of the resources they create. All this was achieved not merely by mass production but by production by masses. Okay, the process has since been termed as white revolution. So the Operation Flood project or this program was last for almost 30 years, and this program was basically launched for helping farmers and to make them self-sufficient. Okay, and this program, uh, this process is termed as white revolution. So overall this process was carried out in three phases: Operation Flood phase 1, then second, and then third. So overall this process was termed as an white revolution. So the Anand pattern experiment at Amul, it is basically a dairy cooperative, was engine behind the success of the program. So the basic engine behind the success of this Operation Flood program was nothing but Anand pattern that we have covered in previous lecture. Okay, and it leads to formation of Amul. It is a dairy cooperative. Okay, and Varghese Kurian sir, the chairman and founder of Amul, was named as chairman of NDDB by the then Prime Minister of India, late Lal Bahadur Shastri. Okay, so Varghese Kurian sir was appointed as a chairman of NDDB by our late Prime Minister Lal Bahadur Shastri. Kurian thrust the program towards success and has since been recognized as architect. So the key maker or the major success of this program was due to efforts of Dr. Varghese Kurian. Objectives. Then Operation Flood is the program that lead to the White Revolution. Okay. It created the national milk grid linking producers throughout India to consumers in over 700 towns and cities and reducing seasonal and regional prices variation while ensuring that producer get major share of profit by eliminating the middleman. Okay, so this basic objectives of this Operation Flood program was to create milk grids and to link towns as well as cities. Okay, and besides that it reduces seasonal and regional fluctuation in prices as well as supply to various parts of our country. So at breakdown of Operation Flood stands the village milk producers. At a bedrock of Operation Flood stands village milk producers cooperatives, which produces milk and provide inputs and services, making modern management and technology available to all members. So basic pillar behind the Operation Flood program was village milk producers cooperatives. Okay, so these cooperatives procure milk and provide inputs as well as services. So making and they are making modern management as well as technology available to all the members. The Operation Flood's objective included increased milk production, that was known as a flood of creepers, then augmented rural incomes, then fair prices for consumers, then increased income of and reduced poverty among participating farmers while ensuring a steady supply of milk in return. Okay, so these were the objective for Operation Flood project. So program implementation. So basically this program was implemented in three phases. Phase first, phase second and phase third. So we'll see one by one each phase. So in phase first, so this phase was almost last for 10 years. So it was started around in 1970 and it extended up to 1980. And this phase first was financed by selling of skim milk powder as well as butter oil that was donated by European Economic Community, that is EEC, through World Food Program. So European Economic Community EEC, this was a committee, okay, and they provide skim milk powder and as well as butter oil, and by selling these products the funds get raised to operate this phase first. Okay, the NDDB planned the program and negotiated the details of EEC assistance. During this phase Operation Flood, during this first phase Operation Flood linked 18 of India's premier milk sheds with consumers in India's major metropolitan cities like Delhi, Mumbai, Kolkata, Chennai, establishing mother dairies in 4 metros. Okay, so this first phase linked almost 18 big cities in India and just like Delhi, Mumbai, Kolkata and Chennai, and there established mother dairies in these 4 metro cities. Operation Flood phase first was originally meant to be completed in 1975, but it eventually lasted until the end of 1979. So almost it lasts for almost 10 years. So around a total cost of 116 crore. So overall cost for this project was 116 crore rupees, and that fund was raised by selling of milk powder as well as edible oil. At the start of Operation Flood first in 1970, certain aims were kept in view for the implementation of programs. So these aims were that improving the organized dairy sector in metropolitan cities like Mumbai, then Kolkata, then Chennai and Delhi through marketing. Okay, then increase of producers' share in milk market. Okay, and the speeding up of the development of dairy animals in rural areas to increase both production as well as procurement. Then next, Operation Flood project phase second. So this Operation Flood phase second that was last for up to 5 years. It was initiated at year 1981 and it get continued up to year 1985. It increased the number of milk sheds from 18 to 136. Urban market also expanded the outstock of milk to 290. By the end of 1985, a self-sustaining system of 43,000 village cooperatives with 42,50,000 milk producer was covered. Okay, so this was the outcome of this phase second. Domestic milk powder production increased from 22,000 ton in pre-project year to 1,40,000 ton by 1989. With all this increase coming from dairies set up under Operation Flood. Okay. So milk production was tremendously increased during this second phase. So in this way, EEC gift and a World Bank loan helped in promoting self-reliance. So direct marketing of milk by producer cooperatives also increased by several million liters per day. Phase third. So in phase third, it was initiated in 1985 and it was also extended up to 1996. So almost it continued for 10 years. And this phase third enabled dairy cooperatives to expand and strengthen the infrastructure required to procure and market increasing volume of milk. Veterinary first aid health care services, feed and artificial insemination services for cooperative members were extended along with intensified member education. Operation Floods phase third consolidated India's dairy cooperative movement, adding 30,000 new dairy cooperatives to 43,000 existing cooperatives organized during phase second. So overall, the phase third summarizes that the dairy cooperative number get increased significantly within this 10 years of time span. Meanwhile, the veterinary services and first aid health care services as well as feeding and artificial insemination services for cooperative members were extended. Okay. The number of milk sheds they get peaked at 173 in 1988 up to 1989. With the numbers of female members and female dairy cooperative societies increasing significantly. Phase third also increases emphasis on research and development in animal health and nutrition. So basically, this phase third was mainly intended to do basic research as well as development in animal health and their nutrition. Innovations such as vaccines for thrombosis, bypassing protein feed and urea molasses mineral blocks contributed to enhance productivity of milk producing animals. So the features. So there were some distinctive features behind the success of Operation Flood. Adopting new and modern methods to hold milk as well as milk cows. Then changing the composition of animal feed for better adjustment to condition. Then revision of different producer cost on sliding scale. So these are the details of Operation Flood project. This was a landmark project of NDDB, and actually this project was also termed as a part of white revolution. Just like green revolution, this was a white revolution, and that was mainly pioneered by Dr. Varghese Kurian sir. So next we will study milk grid. It is the last topic for this unit. So we'll see what is milk grid. So National Milk Grid was a part of Operation Flood phase second, which began in 1981. So basically milk grid establishment was a part of Operation Flood second, and that was initiated in 1981. So National Milk Grid link 136 rural milk sheds into 22 states and union territories with the urban demand centers in country and creating infrastructure required to support dairy industry. Milk grid takes care of surplus milk within state where milk from surplus areas district is transferred to deficient areas. So basic function or basic work of milk grid was to increase its shades and to provide additional milk as well as milk powder to deficient areas. Under such a situation, it is termed as state milk grid. When the surplus milk from one state within the region is transferred from surplus state to deficient state, it is called regional milk grid. Okay. So transportation of milk from surplus region to deficient region, it is called as national milk grid. The national milk grid is now operation in India that is capable of transporting large quantities of pasteurized milk across long distances in hygienic condition by rail or road trackers. So nowadays milk get transported from one area to another area by mostly by rail or tankers or road tankers. For example, insulated rail tankers carrying 40,000 liters of milk routinely move from Anand to Guntur or Jalgaon to Calcutta, covering almost distances of 1500 to 200 kilometers. So in these 30 to 40 hours with only 2-degree rise in milk temperature. So this takes place in developing country where traditionally paucity of transportation infrastructure facilities has restricted to reach a fresh produce of potential markets. Thank you.